Gonna apologize in advance if this is a big rambly mess. I don't usually do these sorts of things, and I'm usually heavily scripted anytime I'm in a video, so this is something a bit different. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, but I felt that something needed to be said. It's kind of an important day. Um, it's World Mental Health Day. Um, I've been diagnosed and clinically depressed for about 3.5 years now, or the best part of 3.5 years. Would have been about January, February of 2015. So yeah, that sounds about right. Um, I had my bad weeks, had my bad months, but I had my good weeks and my good months too. And all things considered, fairly high functioning. Um, Hence why you know, I talk about it so much. Uh, just always kind of once I got past that first hurdle of like, oh, this is what's wrong. I figured, well, fuck it. All right, let's learn as much as we can and let's just gush in the hopes that somebody hears or sees and goes, oh, I'm doing that. Or maybe I should see a doctor because it's what I needed. That's what I could have used back in my first attempt at final year of uni. I was locking myself away for many days at a time. I was losing enjoyment in things and not realizing why. I was, you know, just kind of fading. Um, it was only when I was forced to kind of confront it. Um, I went to the doctor for something completely different, which was the first time I'd left the house that week. I remember. I think I went in. I want to say it was for like a flu or something like that. Just to make sure that it was nothing serious. And it was only when the doctor kind of took one look at this man who'd clearly not washed in about 10 days and was wearing tracksuit bottoms and pajama tops. And he asked me all the questions that are now standard to me. You know, he was like, "Mr. Foot, you're depressed." I'm like, "Oh, okay." It never crossed my mind. Um, and I started talking to family about it, and I started hearing stories about other family members who I'm not obviously naming because Christ. Um, and then because I had to repeat my final year of uni, I had to tell people I wasn't going to be at graduation. And also explain where the fuck I'd been in terms of classes. So once I started doing that, ball started rolling. More and more people started like privately messaging me, being like, "Hi, I'm doing that too. I'm going through similar things, or I'm going through the uh, similar patches of roughness," and made me realize how friggin' scary it all is. It's not so much what it does to me that frightens me. It's how bloody common it is, and it's really common. Um, so many of my friends are suffering. They told me that a lot of people like myself were suffering in silence. So I just kind of decided, no, I'm not going to shut up about this anymore. If talking might help somebody, let's go. So, today being World Mental Health Day, I think it's really important to emphasize if you are going through something, or even if you think you are, chat. Chat to a friend, chat to a family member, chat to a doctor, a counselor, a teacher, you know, anyone you can find, just talk it out. Because you might learn something about yourself. You'd be surprised how many people don't realize they're depressed. Myself being one of them at the time. I can laugh about it now, of course, but it's not a funny. It's not a funny matter for a lot of others, you know. And to those who aren't suffering, learn everything you can. And thank you for being there when you know someone's having, a rough patch, or they're diagnosed with something that you might not be able to relate to, but damn it, you're going to try to help them anyway. That's myself included. I so many friends with mental health problems that I can't relate to in any way, shape, or form. But I'm going to help them. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that either I understand to some degree, or I, just try to counteract it with anything I can. So, what I want, if you're still sitting through this at the almost 6 minute mark, I want you to find a friend that you haven't spoken to in a while. I want you to message them, and I want you to tell them that you care. Because if you can make their day just a little bit brighter, you might learn something, you might help them, and some good can come of this day, And I say this with all doom and gloom, despite the fact that in the UK we just got a suicide prevention minister appointed, which, credit where credit's due to the government, that's incredible. And that's going to hopefully do a lot of good in the long run. But we as people can do things, so I'm going to finish this video. I'm going to find somebody I haven't spoken to in years, and I'm just going to say hi. And that I care about them. But yeah. You're important. You matter. I love you, and look after yourself. And yeah. Sorry for the awkward bed blog, I guess.